Bishnupur. Temple Town. Stone has always been in short supply in the vast floodplains of Bengal. Hence the architects had to restore to other substitute. As clay was easily available, the burnt clay bricks soon became a good substitute of stone. This gave rise to a new form of temple architecture and led to the construction of elaborately decorated terracotta temples. Terracotta literally means baked earth in Italian, but West Bengal has the distinction of housing some of the finest terracotta art in the world. The terracotta art reached its pinnacle under the patronage of the Malla kings of Bishnupur during the 17th century. The temples are still there, turning Bishnupur in Bankura district into one of the most favored tourist spots in not only in West Bengal, but in the whole of India. During the 7th century AD, a disposed king of a small kingdom in North India was making a pilgrimage to South India. During their journey through the present day, in Bishnupur area, the queen, who was pregnant, experienced labor pain. She delivered a male baby in the house of a village Brahmin, but did not survive to see her own baby. Abandoning the child, the disposed king went on with his pilgrimage. The child started growing up in the poor Brahmin's house. One day the boy had fallen asleep tending the cows in the field, and a huge snake with his hood have guarded the sunlight, which was falling on the boy's face. Seeing this miracle, the poor Brahmin provided the boy with best education along with physical and warfare training. The boy not only excelled in education but also turned out to be an outstanding wrestler. Soon, on the request of the local elders, he ascended the throne of the local kingdom, which was renamed as the Malla Kingdom, Malla meaning wrestling, and he known as Adi Malla. The Malla kingdom flourished, and after about 300 years the 10th Malla king Jagat Malla decided to shift his kingdom to Bishnupur. Over the next 800 years, Jagat Malla and his descendants built several temples and structures, both of brick and stone, turning Bishnupur into a temple town. Located to the north of the Lal Band stands the Grand Radha Madhab Temple. It depicts the typical Egrotno style of temple architecture. The temple was built in AD 1737 by one of the spouses of Veer Singho, Shiromani Devi. The temple has a square plan and measures at 11.1 meters and 9.2 meters in height. There are 3 arches on the walls of the portal approaching the entry of the temple. The rows of birds, animals and epical scenes can be found on a splendorous display parallel to the platform. On the side or edges and the bottom region of the cornice, there exist elaborate and descriptive sculptural reliefs displayed in 2 rows. Scenes from the Krishna Leela are located on the sides of the arches, and the pillars are also embroidered with relief beautification, dealing with diverse themes. There is a Duchala Bog Mondop positioned near the temple itself. This construction is unique because no other Duchala structures are located anywhere else in Bishnupur. The temple complex is well maintained and conserved by the ASI and has a lush green environment surrounding the premises. The temple is created with sculpture using Makra Partha. Describing the Kalachan temple. The temple highlighted in this post is the Kalachan temple, Egratna style. It was built in 1656 AD by Malya king Raghunath Singha. There is an inscription on southern facade mentioning this. The temple is built on square platform. The shrine surmounted by a shikara canopy. On the facade are the terracotta panels depicting scenes from Krishna Leela and Purans. It is situated behind the Radhamadhab temple. There was a sharp break in tradition. Temples which were always public means of expressing power by established cults, like that of Krishna, Kali and Durga, Hindu gods and goddesses. Radhagob in the temple. Built by Raja Krishna Singh, son of Gopal Singha, in Egratna style with laterite. This temple was built in the year 1729 and is famous for its elaborate decorative motifs. The temple is dome-shaped and and stands within a large courtyard, enclosed by a boundary wall. The temple has a very high aesthetic appeal through its fine architecture. It is a living temple. The decorative motifs in the temple include floral patterns, Puranic scenes, and many geometrical depictions. The temple site is well maintained by Archaeological Survey of India. Opposite to this temple, there is a road which leads to a cluster of 7 laterite stone-built Ekrotnu, 1 pinnacle, temples. Once upon a time these were all covered with stucco, as laterite usually gives a coarse appearance. However, with passing of time, maximum of the stucco work has wearied off. The first on the left is Nandolal Temple, with ridge tower and almost no decoration on it. Just opposite to it are 3 temples in a separate complex. Built by Malak King Krishna Singh in 1726, The temples are collectively known as Jaw-mandar. The temple on the south has several scenarios from Mahabharata and Krishna Leela on its walls. Bir Singh took the reins of the kingdom after Raghunath Singh, and equally capable a ruler. He built the Lalji temple in 1658 and 7 lakes named Pukaband, Shyambad, Kalindibad, Jamunabad, Gantadbad, Krishnabad, and Lalbad. His queen was also a devotee of Lord Vishnu, and built temples of Moralimo and Madan Mohan. During 1655, Dujan Singh was the last ruler of the Hindu kings in Bishnupur, after which the power fell into the hands of the Muslim monarchs. Apart from the terracotta architecture, Bishnupur also gained importance for its Tashore silk and Baluchari sari, along with the Bishnupur Gharana of classical music. Just across the road is a complex of 3 temples, known as the Jaw-mandar. These temples were built by King Krishna Singh in 1726. Some beautiful stucco work still remains.
DJ Shaw exclusive.
Machinamosta Temple, one of the most famous and lively deities in Bishnupur, is the Chinnamasta Mata. The temple is roughly 100 years old and newly renovated. The specification of this deity, akin to the goddess of power, is that it defines the goddess without her head, or somewhat she is seen to hold her head on one of her 12 arms. Chinnamasta, in Bengali, means with the head separated. This temple lies on the way to the Jormanda group of temples, via the Dalmadol Kaman. Regular contributions and worship are made to the divine being by hundreds of devotees. The deity has been engraved out of red desert sandstone, and the complete complex was built by one of the devotees of the goddess, from Bishnupur. The third Mahavadya is Chinnamasta. Her story: once, Parvati went with her friends Dakini and Vaninai to take a bath in the Mandakini river. Parvati was feeling very content and a lot of love was welling up inside her. Her complexion darkened and the feeling of love completely overwhelmed her. Her friends, on the other hand, were famished and asked Parvati to give them some rations. Parvati requested them to wait and assumed that she would give food to them after a while, and began walking. After a short while, her friends once again requested her, telling her that she was the mother of the universe and they her kids, and asked to be fed quickly. Parvati replied that they should remain until they got home. Her friends could not wait any longer and demanded that their hunger be satisfied right away. The sympathetic Parvati laughed and with her fingernail cut her own head. Immediately the blood splashed in 3 directions. Her 2 friends gulped the blood from 2 of the directions and the goddess herself drank the blood from the remaining direction. Since she cut her own head, she is known as Chinnamasta. Chinnamasta shines like a lightning bolt from the sun. She exhibits the rare courage needed to make the maximum conceivable sacrifice. May we instill that very same valor from that daring goddess. Other historical place to visit in Bishnupur district is Dalmadal. Dalmadal is a cannon which represents the sacrifice and struggle of the people of this region. The cannon, named as Dalmadal, was built by the Malla kings to fight the Maratha invasion. The cannon measures about 3.8 meters in length and has a barrel of 28.5 cms. It was built in the year 1742 under Raja Gopal Singh to protect Bishnupur from Marathas. This cannon was made with iron and have not any type of rust on this cannon, though it is exposed to rain and sun since 18th century. Rashmancha, with its unique architectural manifestations, was built by Birham Bir in 1600 AD. The temple stands on a raised square laterite plinth with a pyramidal superstructure. 3 successive circumambulatory galleries, the arches of which are decorated with terracotta lotus motifs, enclose the sanctum of the shrine. During the Malla regime, all the images from the neighboring temples were brought at the time of Ras festival and displayed in the galleries for the public. Its parallel has not been found elsewhere in India, and it may be considered as the pride of Bishnupur for its unique shape. It has a pyramidal summit, based upon a spacious laterite platform. The internal chamber of the shrine is enclosed by 3 consecutive circumambulatory galleries, and topped by a colossal pyramidal crown above. The square foundation is 1.5 meters high, each side of which is 24.5 meters long, and rises to a height of about 11 meters, to reach a stage roof above. The primary reason behind the creation of this mammoth structure was the celebration of the Ras festival, when every image, large or small, in the form of deities, was taken in here from each and every adjoining shrine or temple. They were arranged for exhibit to every individual during this event. This ritual was put into practice during the Malla rule and now stands outdated, accepting the majesty and glory of those days that the Rasmanch reminds one of. Maintenance of this significant masterpiece is being conducted earnestly by the ASI, providing lighting facilities and conserving the flimsy terracotta craftsmanship that is etched on each and every deliberate brick and wall of the Razmancha. Gomgor, or the room of no return, a granary, or a place to dump convicts, or known as the torture chamber. This is Shamrai Temple. Because of the 5 towers, the outline is commonly considered to belong to the Ratnachuru type. The well-bedecked porches and plinth describe the true display of the splendorous craftsmanship practiced throughout those early periods. Built totally in brick, this temple is quite enormous in shape, and thus we can envisage that crafting the number of minute and large sculptures needed to plan the entire structure must have been a conscientious job, requiring prolonged attentiveness and dutiful dedication. Also locally admired as Panchura Temple. This temple is the most excellent instance of the Panchuratna type. One of the prides of Bishnupur in terms of its architectural model, Shamrai Temple reaches a place in the chief prioritized monuments of the Archaeological Survey of India, ASI. The post-conservation state of this temple takes us back to the finery and beauty it carried during the early years of founding. Raghunath Singh built this restricted temple in the year 1643 AD. Each side of the temple measures about 11.4 meters and is 10.7 meters in height. Thorough specifications in the terracotta sculptures For instance, illustrating the Rasamandal in the Krishna Leela or the dancing gopis, are really astounding. And beautiful, in terms of the high-class terracotta decoration. This temple is astonishing in its structural pattern. The terracotta sculptures imprinted on the walls and edges, or reliefs, portray various scenes from epics like the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Krishna Leela, etc. The cornices are engraved with friezes, showing choirs and lively dancers. The panels with scrollworks representing Radha Krishna figures appear truly animated. Other topics include the regal hunting scenes, surrounded by old ramparts. Bishnupur is famous for its old Hindu terracotta temples, and Joe Bangla is one of them. The mud brick temple is simple, yet elegant and definitely worth a visit. The temple resembles two hut-like structures, with separate angled roofs, held together by a tower at the crown. Built by Raghunath Singh II. In 1655 AD, the temple is greatly influenced by classical Bengali architecture. The temple is also known as the Keshturai Temple and is famous for its construction and terracotta sculptures. The temple platform measures 11.8 meters in length and 11.7 meters in breadth. Some of the most exquisite terracotta carvings on walls and sculptures can be found here. Radhesham Temple is a Grotno, single-spire temple with a square base, measuring 11.1 meters and 10.7 meters in height. The spire is cylindrical, with semi-spherical dome. The idea of installing a spire on top of the temple, according to some writers, came from the then prevailing Muslim architecture. The deity used to be placed in the spire during festival days, so that a large crowd of devotees can view the idol from a distance. The work on this temple is most elaborate and aesthetically pleasing among the laterite temples. Two rows of wall reliefs set inside alcoves, each on right and left flanks of the front face, go up to the top. Two rows of alcoves connect these two verticals and offer the best of the oeuvre. Here, the wall reliefs are based on Ramayana and Dashavatara, 10 incarnations of Vishnu. Entrances to the sanctum for devotees, as well as for services, have 3 arches. The arches on the front side has lost most of the wall reliefs. Laljiu temple has been built by Malaking Besinga, with shikar and built on raised platform of square shape. In front of the temple there is dancing hall and there is tower in the west, dedicated to Raghunath. Outer yard is divided from the inner by a wall, and contains a small Pancha Ratna temple of Khemswar Shiva. The Bora Partha Dua, or big stone gateway built of laterite stone in Bishnupur, is located near Lalji temple. It was built in the second half of the 17th century, and served as the northern entrance of the royal residence. The double-storied gate accommodated troops, and narrow slits allowed the archers and the gunmen to fire their shots. Built during the rule of the Malla kings, this gateway is also known as the Chota Pathar Darwaja, or small gateway of Bishnupur. And finally, to the northwest of this entrance there is small stone chariot, made of laterite stone. With this we conclude our historical coverage on Bishnupur. We are very pleased to give you all the relative information about Bishnupur. Bishnupur to Mukutmanipur is a scenic route, spread across a distance of 81 kilometers. Only options to reach Mukutmanipur from Bishnupur are by roadways. Majority of people prefer to go from Bishnupur to Mukutmanipur by car. We hire an Alto K10 at Rs 1,700 per hour tour to Mukutmanipur from Bishnupur town. There are many buses to choose from for this route at different price points. A wide variety of bus operators with multiple bus types operate on this route, including Volvo AC Semi-Sleeper, Volvo AC Multi-Axle Semi-Sleeper, Volvo AC Multi-Axle Semi-Sleeper. Plenty of government and private buses travel between Bishnupur and Mukutmanipur. On an average, Bishnupur to Mukutmanipur travel time is 1 hour and 30 minutes. Beauty surrounded by verdant hills and forests creates in itself an ideal place for a day out. In the year 1956, at Mukutmanipur, the Kangshaboti Dam or a water reservoir was built, which is around 12 kilometers away from the town of Katra in the Bakura district. The Kangshaboti Dam is one of the beautiful scenery of Mukutmanipur, West Bengal. This dam was built to grant irrigation facilities to the arable land of 8,000 square kilometers, covering Purulia, Bakura, Paschim Medinipur and some parts of Upper Hooghly. This dam is known as the second largest earthen dam in India. Mukutmanipur is home to the world's reportedly longest 10.8 kilometers man-made, mud-banked freshwater barrage that canalizes Kangshabati and Kumari rivers into the three drought-affected districts of Bankura, Purulia and Midnapore for irrigation in the summer months. The Kangshabati Dam has now become a picnic spot, frequented by people for leisure. The sides of the dam were very nice, binding with stone. A huge river of full water, looks like mirrors. Many visitors visit this place, to the dam especially. Totally the area is very nice and clean. This dam was constructed under the administration of Dr. Bidhan Chandra Roy, the then Bengal's Chief Minister. The dam is located exactly 2 kilometers from Bongopalpur Reserve Forest and 55 kilometers from Bankura, and is bordered by forests. Boating is available at Rs 400 to 500. To reserve an entire boat for the trip to Deer Park and roaming over the Kangshabati Dam, the duration is of approximately 1 to 1.5 hours to visit the river Kangshabati. Only light vehicles are allowed to pass through the dam. For heavy vehicles, it requires to take permission from the dam authority. Length of the dam is 11.27 kilometers, 7 miles, including dike and hillock. Height max of the dam is 41.15 meters, 135 feet above riverbed. Total storage, DS and LS, 103,614.16 hectares. m8 40,000 acres foot. The road over the dam is well constructed, and only light vehicles are allowed to pass through the road made over the dam. For heavy vehicles it requires special permission from the Kongsho-Boti Dam Authority. The sides of the dam were very nice, binding with stone. Now, we are approaching towards the Poreshnath temple. Approximately 100 stairs above from the road, on the hills, belongs the open-air Poreshnath temple. The open-air temple is another unique place in the Dam of Mukutmanipur, which can be reached by hiring a boat or by a car, or by van rickshaw. The rocky surface on which it stands is known as Pashwanath Tila. The place is considered sacred for both Hindus and Jains. There is a Shiva Linga, a statue of the Jain god Pashwanath Swami, and a statue of a bull at the location, which was excavated during the construction of the dam. Two stone statues of Vishnu were also found at the same site time and are exhibited on the Tila. Moving forward from the Poreshnath temple, we plan to visit the Bonpukuria Deer Park, Mukutmanipur. To visit the park, we drop down from the car and hire a boat to cross the river. The scenic view on the riverside was wonderful, very quiet, and pleasant with lots of islands surrounding across the river belt. The boatman took ₹40 per head to cross the river Kongsho Bote and switch back. It took 15 minutes to cross the river by boat. You have to do another 2 kilometers road journey from the jetty to Bonpukaria Deer Park. You can go by walk or can take the motor-pulled cart, which will take 100 rupees to go and come back to the jetty. We decided to walk to reach Deer Park, enjoying the sightseeing and beauty of rural village and forest. It was really thrilling. There is a deer park known as Bonpukaria Deer Park just opposite to the Kangsaboti Dam, which is just a pleasant boat ride away. Located in an island of the lake, you need to hire a boat to reach the deer park. There is a fair bit of certainty that you will have glimpses of this beautiful animal. Batches of spotted deer have been released in the wilderness of this area. If you are lucky enough, then you may spot some rarest of seasonal bird species, particularly during winter months. these bears comes and takes foods from visitors' hand. The park is more like a deer sanctuary, where you can see herds of deer roaming in their natural habitat. The deer park has quite a number of deer in an open area, very close to local people's habitat. Reaching the park by a boat is also an experience in itself, which you will definitely enjoy. Good to spend a pleasant afternoon. It is barrage of water over the Kongshaboti River. The view of the sunset is one of the most awesome and exclusive sunsets of the life. The islands are scattered surrounding the river. Hope you all enjoyed this documentary.
Thank you.